So, guess what happened, people? Hi, it's Pigtail Day. This is my second take. I had this started, was watching it. I said, cannabis. All of a sudden, the whole thing just disappeared. I went into a story about the truth about cannabis. And this really, and we ain't being listened to. So today's card, this card, is herbs, an herbal deck, an herbal card from the Handcrafter's Tarot. And this is justice. And it is also known as cannabis, or the cannabis species. Seek the truth. Make informed decisions. Consider the consequences of your actions. A mandala of cannabis lies on top of a copy of the Declaration of Independence, written on hemp paper. Rich cannabis oil, salve, and tinctures and capsules are set out on display. Freshly wound thread rests near a jar of dried herbs. Buds. Vitamin-packed seeds are scattered about the table. The personal is political. Clarity and understanding are necessary before making a decision. Until the 1900s, 75% of the world's paper was made from hemp. And then and I'm not even going to say it because I read it out before, but it's really disturbed me because I don't like what is said here. But I will read: a campaign targeting a certain group of people criminalize marijuana and shift of popular opinion. And that's true, but it's not true. That's not the whole story. The loss of a valued remedy for pain and mental illness, as well as a sustainable source of clothing and paper, is minor compared to the continued impact the campaign on a certain group. The recent legalization of marijuana further complicates the issue. The unfolding story of cannabis teaches about imbalance of power. When life asks you for your ruling, arm yourself with information from all sides. Sorry about that. Stand on the side of truth and fight for what is right. And I'm going to do the same. Crafting with justice. Create flags with message of justice using hemp fabric. Consider cannabis products for healing. Do research. Please do your research. Talk to experts. Make an informed choice. Claim responsibility for your actions. Record your comments on hemp paper. And this is really one of my pet peeves. Where's the scales? This is a justice card. And anybody that has encountered marijuana knows scales are a very important part. How else are you going to weigh out your ounce, your quarter ounce, your half ounce, your grams? I mean, you need a scale, and this is the justice card. Just saying. So, let's go into a little bit of the truth. When I was studying therapeutic herbalism, I chose cannabis to do my thesis on. And some people did chocolate, some did sugar, some did corn, and one person did coffee. So it was really, really interesting and eye-opening. And I was lucky to find an article that was in a local Wisdom, I think it was called at the time, a big publication in Massachusetts, Alternative, that had a great article about the history of hemp and cannabis. And the truth of the matter is, Was it the paper company, the people with large strands of timber? And there was, I don't want to get the name of the New Yorker, I believe it was, a New York family that had large strands of timber and wanted to sell that to make paper. And so they are the ones that instigated the war on cannabis. And they took the medical cannabis and the industrial hemp that everybody grew. People were in this country when it was started were required to grow hemp to support the Union of the States. It was required by law. But then when these large tracts of land became available and these certain families grabbed up all this land, they knew everybody's growing hemp. It's easy crop to grow. It doesn't take much to grow. It's very easy. So there were, so they took the two together, the industrial and the medical, and they combined to create propaganda on the war on marijuana. And they did, for the propaganda, which I said this part is true, they targeted certain groups. And it wasn't just one group people, it was a couple of different groups. So she states one in here, and that is a misnomer. It was used against a certain groups of people. It wasn't just people of different skin tones. It was also socio-economic people that they targeted. Remember what's that word I'm looking for? They all want to push the biggest propaganda out there. And everybody remembers the biggest propaganda, so they don't see the truth. This is what is done. This is justice. This is what is done. The propaganda is put out there to make it look like that just because we have different skin color or we have a different sexual orientation, that there are other people out there getting free rides, shove in your face so you don't see the truth. That it doesn't matter. They will go after whoever they want to, these thugs, these so-called with the power and the money will go after whoever. They don't care. They don't give a rat's butt of what you look like, what your skin tone is. They don't care. And yeah, I'm on my soapbox because this is all about the card justice. The biggest justice is realizing we are all the same, and what really matters is what comes from the heart. The outer shell has nothing to do with the person inside. It is the heart. It is the heart that matters. That is true justice. And it's going after these thugs together. That is true justice. When we all stand as one people, united by our heart. That is justice. Okay, I'm done with my soapbox. I bet you didn't think I had it in me, did you? But that's my passion. So, I had the page open. So, cannabis is really a truly wonderful medical plant, and it has a lot of wonderful medical uses. But with hybridization, we're getting away from the natural plant that originated in the Himalayas. So in other words, the plant has been so hybridized and so bred for its THC. It's not your grandmother's weed anymore. It does not have the same buffers that assist. And I'm going to talk to you about this a little bit. I'm not going to go into detail, but this is really important to understand. When you take a plant out of its natural habitat, and I'm not saying when you cultivate it. Cultivating is not a bad thing. But when you take it out of its natural habitat and you mess around with its genes and you mess around with and you hybridize it and you make it stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, it is not the same plant that nature made. And that is the problem, is what we have with cannabis today. It has become so strong. What I hear from mothers out there is scary. And not only that, they make concentrates now. Concentrated THC. You've heard me talk a little bit about essential oils. They're a concentrate. And anytime you break apart the chemical compound of a plant, you are making a pharmaceutical. Just because it's cannabis doesn't change the matter. The main reason they're making it more legal today is because it's become such a potent drug. And they realize they can make money, and they're losing money because Canada and other companies are growing industrial hemp. And the United States is losing a lot of money on that. And that's what these people don't like. They do not like to lose money. God forbid, that's what they live for. So okay, now since the phone cut me off again, I'm going to go through this quickly as I can so you don't have to do a part 2. This means I have to cut it short more than I wanted to. Oh, and by the way, the other video popped up even though it had disappeared. Okay, weird stuff going on. Okay, one researcher's catalog, and this I know is to be true. Past uses include analgesic, hypnotic, topical, anesthetic, anti-asthmatic, antibiotic, anti-epileptic, and antispasmodic. Say that 5 times fast. Antidepressant and tranquilizer, antitussive. See, it's hard to say all these antis. Appetite stimulant, oxytoxic, preventative, and antidote for neuralgia, including migraine, aid to psychotherapy, an agent to ease withdrawal from alcohol and opiates. Its medical history suggests original cannabis has low toxicities and no deaths have been reported. Plants grow in dry, sandy soil, are most active medically when they are grown in their native habitat. So, in the good old trusty Peterson's Field Guide in Medical Herbal, it says, and I got about 2 minutes here, it's leaves smoke, illegal intoxicant, legitimate use of chemical compounds to treat glaucoma, relieves nausea following chemotherapy, that's what it's mostly known for, antibiotic for gram-positive bacteria, and there are many folk uses. If you would like me to go more into depth on my thinking along this line, what I just talked about, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, make a donation if you like this series to my PayPal, and check out my website